was Thursday today. Good, we're streaming. I will someday not check because I'll just trust this system so much. That's just not right now. So today we're going to be doing some sample packs. I have been producing a lot over the past couple weeks, and this is kind of a way where I can take a break from thinking about song arrangement and writing a new song, but I can appreciate everything that I've been doing, and reuse some of the samples that I've put so much work into making, use them again by exporting them and making sure that they're kind of like living in an accessible place, which is basically like a sample pack on my computer. And eventually, a goal of mine is to be able to sell the sample packs. After I release the songs, then I'll be kind of set with the samples. I'll probably reuse them, but I will be excited for other people to use them and share. So I'm going to turn on the restream real quick. Love it. We're Gucci. And we'll start maybe with some bass effects. Why not? I grouped, this is the song Dove, which we've been working on. And I just have I'd never made a sample pack. So I created over here in my desktop, samples, Ava samples, 2024. I just created this Dove pack and I labeled the key. So when I use it, I can have that in mind. And then I think we're going to try and do 2 or 3 today, but I also have a remix that I've been working on that I need to make samples for. Like I need to make some cool effects, and as I make those effects, I want to export them to make sure that I'm, building these, building my resources, because if I'm making all this work, essentially, I should have it work for me later too, if that makes sense. So we're just going to go through, I have so many different effects. I have bass effects, percussion effects, regular effects, and vocal effects. So we're going to be going through here and kind of figuring out which ones would be good to repurpose. So we'll start with the one this one's on. I don't know what it is. It's only at the end. Is it even there? Let's see. Sounds like a kick build. We can definitely reuse that. So I'll highlight it, go to export. It should, if I highlighted it, by clicking that like top bar, it should select exactly how much of the sample, like how long the sample is, and etc. We'll test that out over here. Dove, and we're going to call this kick fill. And then we can double check if that worked correctly. Samples, Ava samples 2024, Dove, kick fill. Looks good to me. Awesome. And I'm also going to be cleaning this up a little bit, because sometimes you're producing and you're making a lot of different tracks and different channels, and maybe not all of that needs to be there at the very end because you've cleaned it up and you know what you're trying to do. That's kind of fun. I'm going to consolidate it. We'll call that a bass, kind of like a bass fill. Love that. All right, feeling confident. And then we're going to go over here, another bass effect. That's just kind of like a bass knob. Bass. Ear candy. just a little weird thing going on. We'll call that bass ear candy fill. It's also good to this is a great way, I think, to reflect on what you have done in your work and be like, okay, what things did I need? What things did I not need? Because as you can see here, these two are muted, so I didn't use them. So what things worked and what things didn't. I think it's kind of like reflecting, like writing down in a journal and then going back and seeing what headspace you were in a couple days ago. That's kind of what an Ableton file is, What did I feel when I was writing this? How did I approach it? And now I'm getting to go back and look over my work. So I think it's cool on that level to make these sample packs as well. Call that oops, I didn't highlight it, gotta highlight it. Call that guitar riser. But it's kind of like a mini riser. And then we've got the guitar echo. Oops, gotta highlight it. I did highlight it. All right. Guitar echo downlifter. People use sweeps, risers, downlifters, all that different lingo. I'm still figuring out what terminology I like the best. Highlight. And we'll call that guitar drift, kind of drifts down, drift downlifter. Cool. And let's see over here, those are turned off. Got some rhythmic thing going here. This sounds like ear candy again. So I'll highlight this one. Call it bass ear candy. We'll call that bass ear candy. Bass. It's kind of a pattern. Bass pattern. Ear candy. Cool. And we also have one over here. It's the same one. Okay, so we've made it through the bass effects. Cool. Now we'll go to the percussion effects. I can see here that something is playing under this techno bass. It's under these two. Probably because there's a plug in there. It's the dub echo. What we might do here is freeze this and flatten it, because when the dub echo is just going, it's making sound where, I don't have a huge issue with it, because I think a lot of times we're trying to figure out how to put natural sound back into our digital production of what we think a song is. However, I think the dub echo can sometimes do more harm than good. Sometimes it can drown it out too much. So we're just going to freeze and flatten these two. And then we'll go to exporting all these percussion effects. Freezing, flatten. And then we can do the same thing here. Freeze. It looks like it did something weird there. I'm gonna go check it out. Sometimes it looks like something crazy's happened, and then you get close up and you're like, oh, it's still all there. It just, from a zoomed out view, looks really weird. Or it really did mess something up, so we will go figure that out. Freezing takes a second. That's the only reason I don't freeze stuff a lot. Also, why creating these sample packs are just like such a good idea, because it's like, oh, I have all these things that are just like ready. Yeah, see, look at them, they're all fine. Here we go. And we'll do the same thing over here. Nice. Cool. Bye. Bye. And then let's flatten this one. Cool. Now we don't have that feedback from the dub echo, which is great, because we don't really want the feedback from the dub echo. We want pure sounds, pure unadulterated sounds. All right, delete. Cruising. Yeah, everything looks much better now. And now we don't have that issue. Like, now that little signal isn't turning green right here because we took care of it. So let's go through our percussion effects. So like, this is already a sample, but since I've done this effect to it, it changes a sample. So then we can export it again. And we'll do this, it's a riser here. So let's export it as riser. We'll call it crowd riser. Crowd riser. And I don't. And then we can call this one crowd downlifter. And it looks like we have another processing on the crowd under here. Hi Marina, how's it going? And I actually have some, I like have a trance song that I'm obsessed with, and I haven't been playing out because I've just been like kind of having to, making music so interesting, you know. You can make something and feel really good about it, and then you feel like not good about it. And we'll call this crowd riser long. So I'm just, sometimes you have to like give your songs a second to breathe and then bring them back, but I love trance like so much, and I definitely intend to bring some trance vibes into the techno sets. I think it makes the techno like even hit harder, because when you have trance, you have this gorgeous melodic goodness, or like ecstasy feeling when you listen to it, and then when the techno comes in, it's kind of the like harder, like older brother or something, you know, that's got kind of like a more of the grit. So like trance with techno, such a great mix. That's already a fill we have, so we don't necessarily need to redo that one. We can, though, combine these and do a little export of a clap fill. Clap fill. Clap mini fill. Because it's tiny. Are there any trance techno sets from artists that you've like really loved seeing, Marina? Consolidate those. Stripes to Horizons. Let me write it down. I get so many good recommendations on music in these live streams. I feel like maybe I should make a playlist of everything that that you and other people have shared with me. Stripes to Horizons. I see Alpha Cube. Is that who it's by? Add to like songs. Okay, so now we'll call this hat build. Export. Open hat build. You listen to mostly YouTube trance DJs. DJ Kuno. I'm gonna check him out too. Thank you for sharing. I love hearing people's music preferences and who they're listening to. It's so fascinating to me. All right. Let's see here. Now we've got our techno bass. So we did affect this, so I do feel comfortable exporting it. We can call this, I think it's probably nice to shave off the beginning. And Scorch Felix. I think you've mentioned Scorch before. I'd love help on monetizing YouTube. That's a smart thing to do. I'm getting close, and I'm closer and closer to getting to we'll call this bass echo stab. I'm getting closer and closer to my 1,000 followers on YouTube, which is very exciting. It's cool to see how people are tuning in and enjoying the content that I'm making. I think that's maybe the most rewarding, but also it'll be nice to be able to get to a monetization point as well, so I can really feel secure doing this full time. And we'll call this bass stab sidechain echo stab. Awesome. And then we've got this. Why don't we freeze that and flatten it, and then I can export that. It seems like it's just acting as a little bit of a little filler action, Are there any other trance DJs that you're listening to on YouTube or on Spotify that you feel like are doing a really good job or innovating in a certain way that's like different than others? I'll be releasing a techno set this Friday, so stay tuned. I'm really excited about it. Sentient, love it. And then we're gonna do the same thing here: freeze track and flatten, and then we'll export those too. I've heard of the project. Do you follow certain record labels, or just kind of like groups on YouTube, and are you finding them usually based on like YouTube's recommendations, or like clicking through different stuff? Transpanther? It's a great name. Transpanther. But he goes to the forest. Flatten. I love that. How do you feel about when DJs make their own record labels? Do you like that? Do you end up listening to any of it? Export this as Buzzy. And this is just a small like synth riser or synth riser fill. It's very small. And then these are like accent marks. Just listening to the mixes. When you're listening to the mixes, like, what are you usually doing? Are you driving? Are you just hanging at home? Like, that also really interests me, like, when people listen to the mixes. Are you pre-gaming to go out? Call this synth texture. Oops. Wrong one. Getting stoned. Rock and roll. It's a great time to listen. Synth texture. Yeah. You're in Spain, right? And we just finished up exporting the effects for percussion. Now we're going to go into our other effects. That's awesome. Is weed legal in Spain? I've heard mixed. Like, I mean, I just don't even know. Yeah, it is. Okay, very cool. Or wait, no, you said yes to living in Spain. A fat cat. I have 2 cats in my house. My roommates both have a cat. Really? That's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could grow it. Do you grow it? That's cool. We're going to call that it's nice to have these. Actually, that's fine. We'll call this grinding riser. Your favorite strain? Do you like sativas, indicas? Does it not matter? Interesting. So it's kind of like indica. Rock and roll. That's great for laying down and listening to music. I respect it. You eat space cats. Oh, space cakes. Hell yeah. My boyfriend and I are going to Amsterdam in the end of the month, and we will be eating those for fun. Cool. I can export these as textures. Very good to just have underneath. It's just good to have like a texture underneath when you have drops, or it just kind of fills out. Call it effect texture. And then we have the white noise sidechain. These are things that I just remake for a lot of my songs, and it's like I should just be using these samples, you know? So I can make new sounds that are a little bit different, not remaking the same sounds again and again. Thinking out loud here. We can let's freeze this and flatten it. This is the nice thing about making these samples and like exporting them so they're actually accessible is like they really do speed up the production process. Like when I was making this remix, I was able to pull from one of the sample packs I made from a song like a couple weeks ago, and it came together a lot quicker because I was like, oh, I got these sounds that I've already like vetted and made to the ones that I like, you know. So it makes it a lot better. You're saying Matt Pincer? You give me so many great people to check out. I'm stoked, and I'm assuming these are all pretty trancey. All right, and then we'll flatten this. When you listen to trance songs, do you like when there's vocals in the trance, or do you just like straight trance? I'll export this. DJ Kuno is the main one. Love it. All right, we're gonna export 16 bar white noise. The uplifting euphoric. I feel that. I'll play you, like, I have this song that hasn't been released yet, but I was working on it a little while ago on the stream, and it's got that kind of uplifting, like, I'll play you just the end of it. I'm so excited about it. We'll play from here. Oh, you might not be able to hear it. Hang on. I know how you can. Insert. Let's see, 20 songs, recordings. This one. There's so much good melodic techno. I know. This is external out. Okay, here it is. This part. I'm so excited about that song. Yeah, it was weird. They were able to fix our refrigerator, I guess. I don't know if it was just like some part of it got like dirty or something, so it wasn't working correctly. LA is expensive to live. You are quite right. I think New York's more expensive, but LA is definitely expensive. Yeah, so the fridge was saved, which honestly was for the best because I would not want to have to wait to get that replaced. Really, it's not great waiting for a fridge, you know, because all your food goes bad. I was happy that we were able to salvage all the food. I love theme parks. I don't go a lot. I wish I went more. But actually, I went to Six Flags a couple weeks, or maybe like a month or two ago, and then I went to Beyond Wonderland, which had festival rides, which kind of felt like a theme park. I mean, it's not technically, but it felt like one. Do you go to a lot of theme parks? Are there a lot of theme parks in Spain? Have you been to LA? We didn't export this. We'll export Disneyland. I haven't been to Disneyland. I've been to Universal though. That was fun. We're going to call this white noise sidechain 129 BPM, because if we use it again, it'd be nice to use it for the right BPM, because otherwise it's going to be warped, which isn't a horrible thing, but for white noise sidechains, it's, you know. You've been to LA twice? That's super cool. LA can be a cool place. Let's see what this is. Call this sweep. Paradise Pier, Super Scream. Yeah, Orange County's a cool place. I have actually never been to Orange County, but I've heard it's cool. Sweep. White noise. This is so great. I'm not gonna have to remake any of these. White noise sweep. Downlifter sweep. Have you been to Orange County? Sweep. What's this? Another riser. Look at me layering like a zillion risers. Could probably not do that. I'm capable of doing that. I'm not sure I will, but what kind of old songs do you like? Are you wishing there was a remix of? White noise riser. Reverb riser. Look how many effects we've gotten just from this song. I didn't even think I had this many in the song. Reasons to do this. Call this like synth. Synth squeak. Let's see. Let's see what these are. Some old techno. Some old techno goodness. $1990s. Yeah, we can do that. We'll call that Squeak Riser. Squeak Riser. Call that synth sweep. Synths. And it's kind of like metally. Synth squeak. Downlifter. I'm practicing the naming of this stuff too, because I don't know what's going to help me the most, you know, like I want to be able to put things together like a puzzle, you know, and which words are going to help me do that the best. Such a small sound. Call that Squeak Glow. Squeak Glow. Squeak Glow Candy. Naming is fun. And then we've got this other one here. Master Techno My Noise. I'll write it down. I'm doing I actually will be doing a couple like remixy edits over the next 2 months. I probably will release an edit at the end of next week and then release another one at the end of the week after that. And then I have my first original song that'll be dropping in like 2 years on the 24th of May. So I'm really looking forward to that one. We'll call this Neveske. Oh, I'm sure they go freaking crazy. Some of my favorite songs that I've heard were like songs that have been redone like 8 times. Like I didn't even know. I had to go research and crate dig who the original producer was. And it was just crazy how sounds like how like DJs change sounds or like do different stuff to each other's work and make just complete bangers. I mean, a great example is MK and his remix of the Nightcrawler song, which he never got, like, he got credit for, but he never got paid for it, which is so messed up because Nightcrawlers just did him dirty. But isn't that crazy? I remember Basic Instinct tracked. I'll check it out. All right, let's see. We're getting close. We'll only have vocal effects, and then we're going to go to another song. And we're going to make some effects. Yeah, oh, I remember that iconic scene with Sharon Stone. It's a whole thing. That is like eerie riser. Ooh, is there? Is that what the track was? Is that My Noise? I'll have to check it out. That sounds iconic. We'll call that Spooky Build. Spooky Build. Noise blow. Sounds like blowing your nose. Well, let's make this a little bit prettier. Noise blow. We'll call this accentuation noise. Cool. And then here, we'll just call this subtle subtle noise downlifter. And just like that, we're about on the vocal effects. Very nice. Vocal effects. And this is great because I can clean this stuff up. Holy noise, the noise. Basic Instinct, badass. We can use that again. Call these spooky low lyrics, spooky low vocal. Spooky low vocal riser. We could totally like reverse that and do something different with it in the future. Like so much of music is just like manipulating sounds to do your bidding. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy now. We could John and Julie Circles. That's the Basic Instinct techno song. I'm making notes. I'm gonna have a whole playlist of songs that you've just recommended me, so it's gonna be great. We'll call this I can hear a way that I would use that like tail end, so we can call it vocal tail. It's good to think about what ways you can use your samples, so you're kind of crafting them with like intention in mind. It's definitely a good call. I like that I called it, I thought I said mic drop vocals, and I was like, I don't know where there's a mic drop there, but it's mid drop vocals. Freezing. Let's flatten. And I'm actually gonna mute that part and just export this part. We'll do vocal tail. Nice, I'll turn that back on. What are these? Cool, we'll call this vocal riser. Echo effect, because it's got the echoes going on, so it's kind of adding that, which would be good to know before deciding to choose it, you know. Excel recordings. Excel recordings. Second chapter. I'm excited to go on a little hunt later. This is interesting information. Okay, cool. That's like Crazy Crystal vocal riser. Nice. I love it. I believe it. I think if you were in the crowd, you would go mental. So that's all I need to know. I can make it. I can do that. We can finesse. I'm not going to delete that. We'll go here. See what this jazz is. Don't be shy. 'Cause shy now. Be 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 shy now. Who knows? Maybe I will use this again. Be shy now. Don't be shy now. Shy now. Oops. Shy now, vocal, echo. It's got a very short echo tail, but a wee bit. Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet. All right. Export. Don't be quiet. Fill. Riser. It's like kind of a riser. It's about to go into some breakdown, so. And then let's see. Oh, cool. We got some cool echoes here. That's cool. Reverse echo. Reverse echo build. Vocal build. I could do that. Yeah. I have some saucy stuff. It honestly is more of my techno vibe. But I have some other stuff. Like I have this old song. I wonder if it's here. Like I have some stuff that I haven't put out. I haven't put music out in so long. Which is about to change. It's about to change, so don't worry. But I have, I don't even think it's in here. It's probably in 2023 songs. Nope. Songs, recordings. It's not even there. Where is it? I had another, oh, I know. There we go. I have this other folder of this album that I was making that I just like stopped a little bit. Oh yeah. Let's see. Toy Boy. I love this track. You'll have to forgive the production because older track, I've grown. But I want to get back to this one because it's a cool song. We might both like a lot, I can be taught. Take my dress and take it off. Just a thought, be someone kind, someone alive. Aware of how I feel inside and wanna know what I like. TBD, TBT, TBD. I mean, I still need to figure out. That song is like cool. It just needs to be kind of like reworked in a way that I think I need to do. All right, I think we're on this one. Here we go. Pull it in. Make this fem. Okay, nice. Solo. And this will be echo. No. Gotta highlight. Echo. The reason I knew is because if I look here, I'm like looking at how much of the clip I'm trying to like export, how long it is. We'll call this echo downer. Downlifter. Downer just sounds like such a downer, you know? Like I want echo, vocal echo downlifter. Vocal echo downlifter. Again, look how many freaking samples we've made just in this session. Like, so many. Important to do this. It's so important. I need to like these are cool. Call that like background vocal texture. Cool. Background. Background vocal texture. Booyah. We've got this little tail here. Vocal tail. For the choir. We'll call that dusty vocal echo. 'Cause it's kind of got that dusty quality. Dusty quality. All right. Let's see what this is. All right. Vocal riser, vocal evolving riser, because that vocal kind of like, I'm sure it was made from an echo. We've got a chop riser here. We'll call it vocal chop riser. Vocal chop riser. Nice. We've got this. This looks like a dub echo sidechain riser. Dub echo sidechain riser. this is helping me to like name all the, I think I've said this, but like name the things that I'm using to sculpt my songs, you know? So it's revealing, because I really like this song. I think I did a good job with it. And I think this is revealing what I did well for myself. These we can consolidate. Just make sure everything's included. These are, I use this thing called Skinner Box. So these are Skinner Box tidbits that I got from running my vocal through Skinner Box and then arranging it. I might export them all as one. I lied. Let's export this one. Vocal chop. Because there is an auto filter on it that's kind of making it a riser. Super long riser. I usually don't export effects that are 32 bars long, but you know, there's always time to try new things, and I really want to learn, you know, like what things do I make that are working, and what are the lengths of things that I need to make my songs come together quicker. 32 bar vocal, 32 bar, this, I think this is every, that might be wrong. Okay, they never want to let me use the fucking, I have to use points instead of the slash mark. Why? Why not take a crazy chance? So we've got these, one more of those vocal effects, and then down here we're gonna export another 5 effects, and then we'll go into the remix that I've been working on, and we can see, like, we can just name what we're gonna do. Also, I want to see, is this, it was every 32 bars, so I was right. Haha. We'll do 32 bar sparse vocal chop riser, because that one has few and far between. Few and far between. I should put the BPM on these too, because some of them might be warped. 129 BPM. So I want to put BPM, the key, in the sample pack creation. That's just nice little vocal accent. Oops. Vocal accent. Nice. We've got this. Vocal echo. wavy echo. Because that one, whoa, 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 feels pretty wavy. Feels pretty wavy to me. And then we'll call this a large wavy echo. What's this one? Dove vocal riser. We've got this one. Dusty echo. Dusty echo downlifter. Short dusty echo riser. We've got our vocal freeze. And it's side chained. So we'll do side chain vocal freeze. I know. Side chain vocal echo. Texture. When in doubt, call it a texture. Cool. And then lastly, this one. Vocal freeze riser. All right, and then we're so good on making sample packs. I'm like getting into my favorite way to do things, and I think the best way to close up a song is to do this exporting of effects. Go, because it makes you it's like pouring water on seeds, and then at the end of the like plant growing, the beautiful flower flowering, you get to come back and there's more seeds for you to plant that came from that flower, so you get more. I'm gonna work on that metaphor. And also I have another 5-10 minutes 5-10 minutes, and then unfortunately I will have to retire. I'm going to be working on putting together my DJ set, that again will be out on YouTube this coming Friday. It's going to be a techno set. It's for the set I just played at Lick and Dip, which Lick and Dip has been doing really well. They actually have been having shows out in France, which is so cool and definitely something I dream of. So it's cool that they're really doing that. So I need to make some vocal effects for this track because and look, I've already made a couple, but I think it needs more to fill it out, and the vocals need a little bit of like editing help. So let's listen we'll listen to everything and then kind of figure out. I already know that I'm going to want to make an O echo. AO echo. So we'll do re-sample. And a lot of the work that I'm trying to do with these is essentially like build some more flow in this song, you know, like fill in the cracks and make everything feel really natural, which right now I think it feels a little abrupt. So a little care is really going to help us. Sounds good. Let's record that. And we'll label these. That was 1/8. It's nice to do them in a couple different, like a couple different takes of different time signatures. So we'll do one of 1/4, and then we'll do echo 1/16. And these are kind of like building the secret sauce that'll glue a lot of the song together. Also, we can delete these because those are already over there. And then I'm just going to mute these because I want something a little bit longer. And we'll move this to 4th. I like that. And then we'll do one more. That'll be the 16th note. It's good. So now we have those going. Also, while we're here, might as well make a freeze. AO freeze. Resample. Arm it. Put it right here. And then we'll slide a little reverb action on here. Record. Didn't work. We try again. Okay. What's up, Nicola Topic? Thanks for joining the live stream. Oh, it's because of this autofilter. Keep that going. Nice. We'll turn this back on. And we'll go down here, look at that vocal echo. It had a little clip in it, which we are just going to take on out. And then all of these should be consolidated. And then we're going to pitch them correctly. Getting a little clipping vibe from this vinyl distortion. It's an issue with using the vinyl distortion. It always wants to talk. Okay, so we just made some more vocal effects. Let's do a couple more. So we did some with the intro section. We've got some other vocals though that I definitely want to do some stuff with. Like the main kind of vocals are these ones. I think it would be good to have something underneath it that's kind of gluing that together. So we'll label this like kind of like parallel glue. My idea for this is to record this, but we're gonna kind of put a lot of reverb and processing on it, to just really make it like kind of a vibe. And I want to put a little echo boy, and I want just like a little bit of little slap. These are this one is an external VST, if that's what you're asking. Let's try Stereoizer. I like it. I think we can make this flow a little bit better. Make these flow a little more. Just yeah, Sound Toys is the best. She finds she pop dope, she doing a thing now, she doing a thing now on floor. She finds she pop dope, she doing a thing now. She finds she pop dope, she doing a thing now on, she doing a thing now on floor. She finds she pop dope, she doing a thing now on floor. Money, she make it look at the low girl. She finds she pop dope, she doing a thing now on floor, doing a thing now on floor. She doing a thing now on floor, thing now on floor. Money, she doing a thing now on floor. Money, thing now on floor. Money, thing now on floor. Money, she doing a thing now on floor. Money, she make it look at the way she shake. Doing a thing now on floor. Money, she make it look at. Money, she make it. Money, she make it look thing now on floor. Money, she make it look at the way she shake. Now on floor, money, she make it look now on floor. Money, she make it look at money, she make it thing now on floor. Money, she make it thing now on floor. Money, she make it look at the way she shake. Make you want to make it look at the flow. Money, she make it look at the way she. Make it look at the way she shake. Money, she make it look at the way she shake. Make you want to touch it. Let's listen to it. I feel like the she needs to be a little bit more isolated. Okay, cool. And I feel like we could maybe add one more like thing. Maybe we'll add crystallizer, but we won't do anything too crazy. Okay. I'm going to record that, and then it's going to act as like a layer, and I'm going to take off the processing. Resample. Oh, I'm supposed to solo that. Oopsie doodle.
she take it low, girl. She finds she got bill. She doing a thing now on the floor. Money. She make it look at the way. She shake. Make you want to touch it. You want to taste it.
Cool. Now I can go up here. Take these away. Group. Turn it off. And then we'll have this kind of glue underneath.
She work with girl, she work with girl, she break it down, she take it low, girl. She finds she got bill. She doing a thing out on the floor. Money. She make it look at
Helps.
she shake. Make you want to touch it. You want to taste that. She work with girl, she work with pole, she break it down, she take it low. She work with girl, she work with pole, she break it down, she take it low.
Woo! We're getting there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Means a lot to me. I'll be back tomorrow streaming some more. I probably will be finishing up this song. So come hang. And then Friday, I'm going to be starting a new remix of the AI Grime song because I love that song and it's kind of a little goal of mine to release 2 edits. So first edit will come out next Friday. And then the next edit will come out the Friday after that. And then finally, some original music will be coming out. So hope everyone's doing well and sending lots of love. Keep your chin up. Let's have a beautiful rest of our Wednesday.